Welcome to in 5 minutes. Now write a program for matrix multiplication. Again we'll use two functions, one for inputting and one for outputting the matrices. Now firstly, let's see how we do matrix multiplication and what are the basics of matrix multiplication. It's a bit complex process than finding transpose or summation of matrices. Here suppose A and B are the two matrices to be multiplied and their dimensions are R1 by C1 and R2 by C2 respectively. Then the resultant matrix M would be of size R1 by C2, that is rows of first and columns of second. Now here to perform matrix multiplication we have to follow one rule, that the columns of first matrix, that is A, and the rows of second matrix B should match, that is C1 should be equal to R2. If it is not matching, matrix multiplication is not possible. Now take an example. If A is a matrix of size 2 by 3, then B should be matrix of size 3 by something, 3 by 5, 3 by 10, whatever. Yeah, we'll take an example. Suppose B matrix is of size 3 by 3, then the resultant matrix would be of size R1 by C2, that is 2 by 3. Now this much we already know from mathematics. Even how to multiply the matrix, that also we know from mathematics, but then how to write the program is a bit complex. Now the way we'll explain over here, same way we'll be writing a program. Okay, now assume that we have A, B, two matrices which are already input with some values. A is 2 by 3 and B is a 3 by 3 matrix. So we can do multiplication. Now why this requirement is there? Because here while doing multiplication, we multiply these elements, that is first row elements, with first column elements. Now obviously to do this multiplication, number of elements over here should be same as number of elements over here. So if there are 3 elements here, there should be 3 elements here. That means if there are 3 columns over here, there should be 3 rows over here. And that is what this requirement is. Now what we do over here for multiplication, we multiply first row of A with first column of B. Actually 0th row of A with 0th row of B. So we are multiplying 0th row of A and 0th row of B to get M00 element. We multiply 2 into 2 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1. That will give me one answer M. Then we will multiply 0th row of A but first column of B to get 0, 1 element of M, that is this element. And that is how we proceed further for all the elements. Now in that case what we are doing, let's see. Again next step is we will multiply 0th row of A and second row, that is column number 2 of B, to get 0, 2 element of M. So what we are doing while this multiplication is we have kept 0th row of A constant and even we have kept a column 0 of B constant while doing first multiplication, and we went through these 3 elements and these 3 elements. Now to go through these elements, obviously we will be writing some loop, or for loop or while loop. Obviously we will write for loop. Now that for loop has to count the number of columns over here and number of rows over here. Number of columns over here and number of rows over here is same, so we can utilize that as either C1 loop or R2 loop. So for that we will utilize some variable, let's say K, that moves from 0 up to less than C1, which could be even R2 also because both are 3 only. So we will utilize same variable K as a index variable to go through B array also. Okay, so what we are doing over here, K will count 0, 1, 2 for these columns and K will count as 0, 1, 2 for these rows. After doing this multiplication, we will change the column number to 1. So what we have done is we kept 0 of A constant, 0th row of A constant, 0th column of B constant, and did the multiplication using K variable going 0, 1, 2. Then we modify the column number in B to 1. Then again we'll do same multiplication keeping same row constant, 0th row with first column of B. Then after going through these 0, 1, 2 elements and these 0, 1, 2 elements, we'll multiply and get the answer into M. Then we'll increment the column count of B to 2. Again keeping this 0th row constant, we'll multiply it with second row of B. So here we are keeping track of even column count of B also. Now to keep track of this column count, we'll utilize some other variable let's call that variable as j. That j variable is to count 0 up to number of columns in B. Number of columns in B is supposed to be C2. So it will be a loop that counts 0 to less than C2. Here C2 is 3. You can just keep taking example of these numbers, what we written over here. So it should be 0 to less than C2. Now if you look at this carefully, here j remaining 0 constant, k is changing 0, 1, 2. Again j remaining constant at 1, k changes 0, 1, 2. So it will be a nested for loop. J will be the outer for loop where j remains 0. The inner for loop k changes 0, 1, 2. Again outer for loop j variable goes to 1. The inner for loop k variable goes to 0, 1, 2.